Well, there's this financial law out there called Parkinson's Law, and it basically says you're more or less going to spend the money that you make, plus or minus 10%. And that means that for most of us, our first source or our first stream of income is really just about paying the bills, which is why a third of the country lives, frankly, check to check. How you put an end to that is not by making more money with a single stream. It's by adding a second stream, a third stream, a fifth stream. In fact, I got so hooked on it that I just keep every month adding new streams of income. And so in today's video, I'm going to share with you 7 of my favorite streams. But more importantly, I want to show you how you select your next stream of income, how you pick the one that's going to get together the fastest and easiest. And frankly, if we are in a recession, and we are, I want to show you the streams that make the most sense right now.
One shot, now the future is yours. Go! I'm turning dreams into reality. Yeah, it's one shot, now the future is yours. Go!
You know, the idea of multiple streams of income is probably not a new idea to you. One of my business partners and one of my original mentors, Robert G. Allen, wrote a book called Multiple Streams of Income. And the whole premise of the book was simply that in the 50s, a single source of income was enough to pay all the bills and set aside a pension and to get ahead. But as times progressed and as money continues to inflate and as things become more expensive, it's now created a world where some families now can't even get by on a second stream of income, let alone a third. And think of them like jobs. But you see, the problem is we all have 168 hours in a week, 24 hours in a day. And when you run out of time, most people lose their ability to continue making more money. That changes when you start picking streams of income that are passive. So today I'm going to share with you my 7 favorite streams of income, and you'll see that most of them don't really require my time. Let's get one of the basics out of the way. No big shocker here. It's real estate rentals, right? Like, real estate is what made me financially free in the beginning. This income stream type is fully passive and can increase exponentially over time, especially as you multiply your portfolio. Over the course of a couple of decades, you can turn one rental into dozens or even hundreds of homes just from your original dollar. Like when I bought my very first house, this was a home that me and my wife moved into. It had a basement apartment that we fixed up and rented out. And what was cool about this house is that we bought it $40,000 in the market. It meant that a year later, not only was the rental income now paying our entire mortgage, so we were living for free, right? We eliminated our biggest expense, but I was able to get a home equity line of credit off of that property from the bank, and I used that line of credit to go buy my second property. Well, that's now multiplied into so many homes that all started from a very small $3,300 original investment. My ROI is off the charts amazing. So what I love about real estate like this is that it's a legacy play. Now, what kind of real estate am I buying today? Let me show you one of them right now. So this is an actual deal in Ocala, Florida. These days, I don't really buy real estate in my backyard. I say, well, there's 324 markets in the United States. Let's buy in the top 5 markets around the entire United States. This is one of them right now. Now, this is a $294,000 home, basically 300 grand. And after I put my down payment, my closing costs, and my rehab into it, I'm basically going to be $91,000 out the door. Now, this is a very basic home. It's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,500 square foot home. It's also brand new, so the rehab is very, very little. It needs some appliances and some things like that, not even really rehab. But at the end of the day, I'm going to come over here and say, well, what is my overall ROI going to be on this? On this property, I'm earning 37% projected. And usually 1 or 2 years down the road, when we calculate the actual ROI, the number is consistently higher. So I want you to think about that for a moment. A 37% return. What that means is I can basically double my money every little over 2 years. Well, that sets me up for a beautiful financial future. This doesn't require my time. And this one house in 5 years could become 3, 4, or 5 more homes. So if I wait long enough, I'm going to have dozens of properties, eventually hundreds of properties, and a whole bunch of them potentially paid off that are now just bringing me in all of this income tax-free because of depreciation. There's a different kind of real estate out there that I really like, and it's called a short-term rental, right? You think of VRBO, you think of Airbnb. Short-term rentals are homes that are rented for only days at a time in very desirable locations for top dollar. These are properties designed for customers on Airbnb and VRBO and can cost between $500,000 to $2 million. Well, why so much? They're really desirable areas. They're places where people want to go and visit. I've got a couple of areas specifically in California and in Phoenix where I go to buy these properties. In fact, I've got an example right here. Check out one that I'm buying right now. This is a property at this address in Desert Hot Springs, California. I'm buying it for $610,000, so this is on the lower end. And it's a beautiful property, has a pool, gorgeous backyard. It's a part of town where, especially in the winter months, people want to go, they want to rent there, they want to get away from some of the hot weather. And on this one, my total investment on this one is going to be $214,000 because I'm putting a heavier down payment. So that $214,000 could come out of my pocket or it could come out of a collection of other investors' pocket. But this is the bottom line on this one. I have an opportunity to produce a 62% overall annual ROI, and my cash on cash is projected to be right around 22%. So what that means is if I'm putting down $214,000, what's 20% of that? It's about 45 grand. I'm making $45,000 a year. Now think about a single property that basically is paying $45,000 a year. That replaces the average annual American's income in a single deal. So I love loading up on properties like this because I really like the positive cash flow. A third stream of income that I really enjoy and creating value on people with is my real estate coaching business. This is where people come to me and they say, hey, Kris, obviously you figured something out. So you have systems, you have models. Can I take those systems and models and can I duplicate them and basically carbon copy your system, copycat it, and make the kind of money that you are? And I love making my systems available for other people to copy. There are many people out there that are looking to break into real estate. I get income from training prospective real estate investors and showing them how I've done over $1 billion in real estate deals. And at the end of the day, when you find a mentor that has a track record and can step-by-step lay it out for you, it makes a world of a difference. Now, when people work with me, I only have really entry-level, very inexpensive coaching programs. I don't believe in selling them for a lot of money. What really happens, though, is a lot of people will come and say, actually, Kris, can I partner with you? Can I put up the money? Can we do deals together? And I love making that happen as well. So that's kind of part of the whole real estate coaching empire, is not just teaching you how to fish, but it's actually stacking you up and giving you fish and saying, hey, if I am the expert, and if I have a team of 200 experts that are doing this for me, let me facilitate and actually do this for you. Imagine that you are in a dire financial situation and you need to figure out how to make a lot of money in a short period of time. Are you going to go sign up at some community college to get a degree? Listen, if you only have months or a very short period of time to make a lot of money, you're not going to go to college. What you're going to do is you're going to find the most successful person you know that's done what you need 100 times over, 1,000 times over. And at this point, they can literally show you like the back of their hand exactly how they do it. For guys like me, this stuff is effortless, it's easy, and it's super fun, even though there was once a time in my life when it was really, really, really difficult. And so part of the legacy that I'm building is sharing that knowledge. But don't get me wrong, I'm playing a bunch of new financial games that I've never touched before. And what do? The exact same thing. I go find people that have loads of experience and I partner with them. I cut them in on the deal and we end up doing a lot of business together. And that's how I am playing in the game of franchise, other businesses, different models, cryptocurrency. And so this is really a hack for how you achieve any result that you never have. If you're trying to lose an amount of weight that you never have before, if you're trying to repair marriage at a level you never have before, if you're trying to make money in ways you never have before, most people's inclination is to go it alone or to maybe even read a book or sign up for a course. But there's never going to be a more rapid model where you can almost guarantee the results than when you actually partner with someone that's just done it what feels like 1,000,000 times. A lot of people know me for what I do in the game of real estate, but believe it or not, what I do in business is even bigger. Business coaching is my opportunity to actually coach and train businesses on how to become more successful businesses, how to scale their businesses, and also how to exit their companies. In addition to instructing company owners how to level up their business, I teach individuals how to start side hustles with, for example, 7-Figure Hustle. It's one of the programs that I came out when the pandemic hit, basically showing people, hey, here's a way to take true financial ownership where you don't have to rely on a boss and you can put yourself in a situation where you can control your financial destiny. I love private equity, and this is number 5 for me. This is going into companies that are willing to exchange some ownership, some equity, some of the profits for me teaching them how to make their company way more profitable. This is a skill that I personally really enjoy because business is one of those games that once you've figured it out, it's always almost the same kind of pattern on how you improve marketing or how you bring social media into it and how you use more of the cutting edge methodologies that are superior to old school ways. Or sometimes you have a company where they need to hire a lot of people, but they don't know how to build a desirable culture that would make people want to work for their company or work really hard to help them produce their profits. Or sometimes they have a problem with focusing on their products instead of the customer's experience. And so private equity is where I get a chance to receive some ownership in different companies that have proven successful backgrounds, but they want to take their companies to the next level. They offer me a small amount of equity and I basically become their business advisor. Anytime they need help, they reach out to me. And then it's not Kris Krohn. Kris Krohn brings his entire team of business experts so that we will descend upon a company and we will overwhelm them with all the missing gaps that they have and rapidly help them accelerate to massive levels of success. Another stream of income that I really enjoy is dividend income or affiliate income. Basically, I find things that I really like that I want to get behind, that I personally use, and then I promote them. And so this can become a really powerful stream of income. Affiliate income is the money I earn through affiliate marketing. If there's a company I believe in, I broker a deal to promote their services or products, and in return, I receive a piece of the revenue that I generated for them. This isn't just because I'm in the social media game. There's all sorts of companies out there. There's also multi-level marketing platforms out there. There's all sorts of companies that have affiliate codes or referral-based income where you can make a serious side hustle or even more serious income by just getting out there and finding strategic ways to promote them and getting paid for it. Since we are talking about favorite streams of income, this is kind of like my newish toy. This is airline income. So I'm buying a second jet right now. I have plans for a third and a fourth this year because I've had such a great experience with my own personal jet. The world changed drastically on its head. In fact, I was trying to fly somewhere public that my jet couldn't go last week, and I got stuck and delayed with thousands of other flights, and I had to make a new game plan and then fly out the next morning. There's a lot of people that are now turning to chartering private flights in general, because it can be a far more direct way to assure that you get where you want to go, how you want to go. Someone can't telling you that you have to wear masks or that you have to get anal probed as you go through TSA, or someone that is trying to check your water liquids and bottles and things like that. Flying profit is becoming more and more profitable. When I'm not using my private jet, I charter it out. And renting out my aircraft can be highly lucrative if done the right way, because private flights are billed by the hour. So an entire weekend can literally run for $100,000 on up. So it's kind of a fun little pastime. I think my two favorite hobbies in the world right now are Jesus and jets, JJ, things that I'm really passionate about, things that I really love. And that's important to me because sometimes I choose a side income or a new income because it's logical, timing is right, it's trending, it makes sense, something like this. But sometimes I also do it because I love it. And where there's passion, I end up doing a lot more of it. And I think I can often use that passion as a benefit because as my life force increases, as I feel naturally more joy in the game that I'm playing, I'm just having a lot more fun. And the reality is that making money is a game, and I think it should be fun. It shouldn't be hard. It shouldn't be difficult. Those are limiting beliefs that are meant to be eradicated. Listen, today we've talked about a lot of different types of streams of income. Some of them weren't meant to be given to you by way of recommendation on what you should be focusing on. It's literally true to the video's title, just sharing 7 of my favorite streams of income. But the truth is, a lot of those are available to you to either work with me on or get some coaching or get some financial help. And to make that happen, what you'd want to request is a personal game plan. An outsider's perspective, like imagine if I put myself in your shoes and said, okay, like if I woke up in your job situation, your income, your savings, good credit, bad credit, a lot of money, no money, what would I do to become a millionaire and a multimillionaire as fast as possible? Well, I call that getting a personal game plan. And if you'd like to get your own personal game plan, there's a link below and you can talk to one of my certified staff. Thousands of people are reaching out every month wanting to connect with me. So I've got a handful of trained up coaches that I spend time with every week. They know me and my choices and my financial mind inside and out. So if you really want to know what would Kris do in your situation, click that link, talk to a member of my team. get a fresh perspective. You don't have to agree with it, but I don't know about you, I love options. And I find that the game plan usually illuminates 2, 3, 4, or 5 new options you have financially never considered before. And that might be the missing link that you've been looking for. Hey, thanks for watching today's video. I appreciate you. Make sure that you are a subscriber because I produce content like this to help awaken the financial genius within you. But on top of that, earlier in this video, I talked about the power of having the right kind of mentors. Like, it's the ultimate cheat code. It's like up, up, down, down, left, right, select A, BA, start, right? That's the contra code. That's how you get unlimited lives. There's no way to like win that game without that cheat code. Well, financially, if you want to succeed at the highest level possible, there is a cheat code. And that cheat code is finding the right mentor. And if you want to know my strategy on how I pick my mentors, click right here.